found this piece of furniture on the side of the road, and I asked the owner if they were indeed throwing it away, if it's a piece that I could take, and they said, sure, please take it. It was out for the trash. I love vintage, antique, old, homemade, unique furniture, and this piece I just thought was beautiful, so I wanted to bring it home and see if there'd be an opportunity for me to fix it up and maybe give it to a friend. Well, I have the friend that is like a daughter to me who saw this and loved it. And so I thought, what a great opportunity to be able to clean this up and to give it to her. She had a piece of antique furniture that belonged to her grandmother, and she had refurbished it years ago, but she isn't able to have it with her in her current situation. And I just thought this would be just a beautiful way to bless her and give her a gift that's from my heart to hers. Hi, I'm Deborah with Deborah's Furniture and Decor, where I like to renew, refresh, and relove furniture. Using denatured alcohol on this project to loosen up the hard finish on the top. I'll also use it on the sides and the doors and on the legs. Denatured alcohol dries fast, so I'm just going to keep applying it to keep my surface wet while I use this scouring pad to help loosen up the finish, and then I'll take my putty knife and scrape off whatever I can get from that. This will save me a lot of time when I go to sand the top of this, and will help me whenever I'm ready to work on the bottom part of this as well. Add some wood glue to this joint that's loose here, and then press it together using my clamp, and that will help this to be more sturdy and to stay in place. I'm just going to let that dry. And now I'm just wiping it down with a wet cloth, cleaning it all up, getting it ready to sand. Minwax gel stain in the color Walnut. I really love this color stain and it's so easy to use. I'm using an old Dollar Tree brush and I'm just going to brush it on, and when I get it all covered, I'll go through and just smooth out my strokes and then wipe it off with a shop towel. I'm using shellac spray for several reasons. One, it can be used as a top coat, and I wanted to show that it's a protective coating, and you can see what this wood looks like with just that as a top coat. It also acts as a primer, and in this case, when you use a clear shellac spray instead of a white primer, gray primer, that primer can get into the wood fibers, and it makes it difficult to remove that if you want to restore this in the future or do something different with it, removing any paint. So I chose to use the shellac spray, and it also seals in any of those musky odors that old furniture can have. I should have used a respirator. As you can see, when I spray the cabinet inside, all those fumes just come right back at me. Since I was outside, the wind was blowing. It was a beautiful day. I felt like it'd be okay, but I should have stopped and put a respirator on. And here is the first reveal of what it looks like in its natural state, just cleaned and resprayed with that shellac spray. The wood is beautiful. This is 2 coats of the Minwax gel stain up top, and then the rest is just sprayed with the shellac spray. Of course, it didn't have the knobs, otherwise you'd really seen the beauty of this piece. But here we go. This is the paint that we started with, Grandeur Plum. We felt like this was the color that we had seen in a photo of a piece of furniture that my friend really loved. So we're going to start with this color. It's a little brighter pink than we were looking for, but there's a lot of people out there that love color, and this just might be a color that you love. I start to brush the paint on, and it does go on nice and smooth, but when I get to the doors and all of that detail in the middle, I felt like my brush strokes were going to show, so I do stop and go to my sprayer. It turns out beautiful even with starting with the paintbrush. This paint leaves a beautiful smooth finish. So here we go. going to use some Rub and Buff in the color Antique Gold and an old craft brush. And I'm just going to brush that on the fronts of both of these handles. And then once it's on there, I'll take a cloth and just rub off any of the excess. And this will make these hardware handles look brand new. Now it's time to put on my top coat. I love to use this sponge. I'll spray it with a little bit of water, and then I have the polyurethane inside my little cup there, and I just brush it on, going side to side and not going over it too much, but just enough to make sure I have some good coverage. And then once that dries, I like to use a paper bag and just rub that surface and go ahead and go with my second and third coat. And now here is the second reveal. Okay, one more time. I'm going to be using the color Borscht by Sherwin-Williams. Unfortunately, I deleted the video of the first coat that I put on this piece. So this is the second coat, and then I'm going to end up spraying it one more time. I didn't want to take the time to cover the top and redo all of that. I thought brushing would be fine, but I decided to spray it, and then I finish it with that. I think this color is really going to make this piece the piece that my friend really desires, and it's going to be a real gift for her. So I'm looking forward to go ahead and finishing up this project and showing you what it looks like for the last time, the third and last time. So let's take a look back at what this cabinet looked like at the very beginning before we show what it looks like now.